What's up guys, it's Drac, and today we're just doing a simple kind of product review. This is one that we're excited to launch over at foamproshop.com, which is my website, and coincidentally, the best way to support the channel. If you've been enjoying a video every day in December and that's worth something to you financially, and you'd like to pick up something cool, we've made a lot of really cool parts this year that are all up on foamproshop.com. If you don't do any Nerf modding, we also sell some pretty radical t-shirts with either hobby jokes or Twitch stream jokes, but that's enough for the plug. Let's move into the ad. The whole video is an ad. So this is the Nexus Pro. There's nothing super duper remarkable about it that I haven't already said ad nauseum. This is its stock grip. You can see here that the stock grip is pretty comfy. It's got some texturing on it that's clearly from the mold release, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's not bad, but it's not as tactical as it could be. And so a guy by the name of Ender Saves the Day launched a Thingiverse grip. It's a very straight, very simple AR-15 inspired grip. And I thought that it was pretty cool. I thought that it could be cooler, so I hit him up personally over on his Facebook. I paid him a fee so that we could get the step file so that we could rehash it and mess with it in the web store. Just as a funny story, I never really looked at the Thingiverse listing, so I had no idea if they were there from the very beginning or if he added them later. But while we were testing, we came up with this. This is our hex grip for the Nexus and Aeon Pro. It's a pretty comfortable grip in terms of its overall ergonomics. I think that if you have medium or large sized hands, it's gonna be great. If you have smaller sized hands, it's still pretty comfy. We're pretty proud of it. We added patterning on the front and on either side. It definitely mirrors some real steel hex elements. That said, we went with it because hexagons are the bestagons. I just really like this style. I've done an Apis themed blaster. I went to Georgia Tech. Like, I just like this entire deco and sort of aesthetic. I also like kind of the patterning and how my fingers find the hexagons. I think that's pretty cool as well. Given that we never looked at the Thingiverse link, we had this one issue where even when we sunk the screws and you use the screws that come with the original Nexus in there, we were getting a little bit of a wobble back and forth like this. It looked a lot like that. And when you go to all that trouble to design a really cool grip and you get wobble, it's not really doing the thing that a grip should be doing anymore. And that was upsetting. And the reason for that is that the stock grip has these circular nubs on the inside that mesh to these holes here and here. So it took us the better part of 2 weeks to finally circle back to the project because we've been so busy with the holiday rush over here and figure out that the best way to accomplish getting things to sync is to put these kind of nubs in, and they set like that. They're friction fit, so you can choose whether you want to keep them in there, or if you ever choose to change your grip, it's as easy as, you know, popping them out with a pair of pliers. These ones go down, these ones go leftsy rightsy, and they fit in there. And then once you've sunk the nubs in and reinstalled everything complete with the screws, you get a very, very tight grip and the hexagon grip, and it looks good and it feels great. It just completely changes the aesthetic of the blaster. If you order really soon, you're gonna get a pre-production one, which doesn't have a super surprise inside, but we hollowed this out both for weight and overall like kind of durability and aesthetic. That's where you'd sink. I think it's an M5 screw if it were a, you know, real steel. But instead, we hid symbols and words and stuff in there. The pre-production ones don't have that, but they have the right geometry that once you add the nubs, they fit very comfortably, very nicely. This coincidentally is your first look at our exclusive gray. We've been working with Fusion Filaments for a while now. We really like a lot of his stuff. We use mostly Protopasta, Prusament, big fan of Filamentum, use mostly that for the Vertigos. And then recently we started working domestically with Fusion Filaments, and it's been great because he's been kind enough to give us some exclusive filaments. So we call this one Gunmetal Gray. We've been using Pumpkin Orange as our default orange on the store for a while now. They both have a little bit of shimmer and shine, and that makes them a little bit special, but that's pretty much the video. We took an existing design, hexagoned the heck out of it, made it something really special, developed nubs that apparently already existed so that the fit is really, really tight, and maybe it's different. I don't think that it would be, but ultimately, if this is something that you're interested in, there's 16 bucks over at foamproshop.com, and because I wouldn't make an entire video without at least a sneak peek, it's time to finally acknowledge that there's something very shiny going on here, and that's something pretty cool that we've been working on. The production run is actually at the anodizer right now, and they should be ready for the shop in the coming future. They're gonna be somewhat limited, so I'll mention them in another video after this so that you guys get first crack at them. Of course, my Patreon's gonna get the shout out first so that they don't miss out. But those should be really, really cool. Overall, the Nexus and the Aeon share just enough parts that while we can't use the trigger, the grips fitting, a lot of the pusher stuff being cross-compatible, the mag releases being cross-compatible, they're just a really delightful platform to mod with because they already have performance, so you can really crack them open and get crazy with the aesthetics. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Again, it just is the coolest thing ever that you guys even check out the web store. Take a look at it, see if there's anything that interests you. I got deals all the time on my Twitch. I'll launch special Twitch specials. If you've been waiting to pick up something on the web store, hop into a Twitch live stream. Tell me what you want exactly. We'll make it happen for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate you watching what is effectively an ad for the web store, but it's also a really cool kind of process insight into how these products eventually wind up over there. And since this one wasn't a full kit, there was no other way to talk about it and make sure that you guys were aware. Anyway, hex scripts are live. Much love, Nerf on, Drac out.